Good morning, everybody. How are we this morning? I'm still spotty. I did have chocolate last night as well. I know, shouldn't do. Right, let me do my shows because we're going to get into this. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, I'm just checking with Mary that I've got some purple flowers that I need. Right, let me do my shares. Let's have a little look. Yep, we're here, we're live. Turn the sound down. Good morning, Tracy and Janice. It says Tracy, Janice and 5 others so far. Right, let's do the shares. Then people know we're live. And over to my other page. It's a beautiful sunny day here, actually. I love the sunny day. Alexa, turn the volume up by 1. There, we're having nice relaxing music. We're having nice relaxing music this morning. And making some lovely wreaths. A wreath, rather. I've been dying to make something with this new wreath. I really have. And the time is here. Right, let's go back to this page. Lovely, Mary's just confirmed that I've got that. Okay, and we're back to here. Right. Let's get this up here. This colour, these flowers are divine. Absolutely divine. Okay, so I've gone, it's kind of a very dusky vintage purple, don't you just think? That is out of this world. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, Mary's just told me the next delivery's arrived at the warehouse, and I've got this in a pink as well, so I can't wait to see what that's like. They actually have it in like a vintage brown, like orangey brown as well, which is a little bit more autumn, so I didn't get it just now, but I am thrilled with this. So what I've done is put together a deal for you, and I have used this. I have put some of the purple tinge eucalyptus, so 3 of the eucalyptus stems, 1 of the purple baby's breath, because I always put 2 in, and you don't need it. And then to warm it up a bit, what do you think? I've gone for that to bring a little bit of the pinky spiky mum in. Ferns, obviously we need a touch of ferns, and then 2 stems, but I pulled the heads off, of the little baby's breath that match. So this is just to bring a bit of warmth in. I was half tempted not to go with the pink and to go with that, but I've got that on the sidelines here. So this is what I've gone with. I've gone with the grey willow for this one as well. We buffered then. 14-inch grey willow with all of this is only coming to £26.99. £25.99 actually. It's £28.45. I've knocked you a few pound off, and it is £25.99. I'm going to bring this down so you can see I haven't lifted the camera up. Let's see how we go on with it at this height. I am just going to put the deal on. It's PEO 123, and I'm hoping I haven't used that for something else. I probably have, but let's see. I put PEO. Yeah, clearly. Yes, it's here. £25.99. I've also put the finish wreath up at £35.99 for anybody that wants to buy the finished wreath. I have added some of the other finished wreaths on that you've asked for as well. I should have just shown you those because I've got them at the side. So this is the deal that we're doing this morning. Absolutely beautiful. No news. So Alison, I've still not heard. I've just emailed them and said, any news for me, please. That makes me feel a bit worried that I've not heard back at all. I'm a bit stressing because I've heard nothing. So yeah, not good, not good. Let me just show you these really quickly. These have been added on for a sale, not kits, just finished wreaths on these. And I think I've done most of them at $39.99. I think that might be $35.99. This one is $39.99. I had lots of you asking about that, and I'm sorry it's taken me a while to sort them out. But absolutely, these are just one-offs. There's no more of them. So these are, I did post earlier today lots of pics of the finished wreaths and the links to them. This is the Pink Delight as well. So these are all ones, okay? So most of them are $39.99, just one of each, handmade by me. If anybody would like to purchase, then they are there listed for you, along with loads of others, finished wreaths. If you put finished wreaths on the website, then they should come up. So, good morning, everybody. I'm hoping so, Alison, but I've heard nothing, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I would have thought I would have heard back quicker. If I don't get an email back, the cottage one, if I don't get an email back, then I will ring them afterwards. I've emailed this morning, early this morning, but I'll ring. Mini Cosmos, they are also back in stock, the bundle of 4. The code on this is 832181, 832181 for your set of 4. Now these are the perfect size for your mixed media, for your card making as well. They're really cute little flowers, so just adorable. Come in, the photograph doesn't show this as bright as it is. It's coming brighter, this one, with the yellows and the orange. But that is in stock. We have got, of course, the fabulous Forget Me Not. I think somebody's just sent a message. I just saw a message flash up on my screen, but it didn't come through. There's somebody asking about these baby's breaths. I'll have to have a look after. The Forget Me Nots. So this one, the blue one, 028471. 028471. I think, are they $2.99 for these? So you've got the blue. The purple didn't arrive, but it's just arrived now. So a few people were waiting for purple. I listed it, but they sent 2 boxes of blue, so we didn't get it after all, but it's arrived just now. 028464. 028464. Ivory. 028433 for the ivory. There's also orange, which is 028495 for orange. And there is, this time, there's a proper white. We never get white. Proper white, which is 028440. 028440. It was me, I can't find it on the website. Right, the code is Margaret, 028471. 028471. 028471. I don't want to put it on that page. Let me just get another one up. 028471. 028471. And oh, why is the blue not showing? You're right, it's not showing. All the other colours are showing, but the blue isn't. How peculiar. Wait a minute. Let me just find why. We've been selling those. 028471. Oh, it's not coming up either. We've sold them. Looks like it's disappeared. Why is that not coming up? It's like it suddenly disappeared. 028471. How strange is that? Oh, now they're ringing me, the estate agents. 028471. Yeah, I'll have to ring them back. Right, I'm just going to list it again. Typical, they'd ring right now, wouldn't they? Just let me check it, folks. Just hang fire. Hello? Hi, Rafe. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm just in the middle of a Facebook Live though, Rafe. I've just come off. I do one at 11 o'clock every morning. Have you heard back from the landlord? I'm live on Facebook at the moment, so everybody's sat listening to our conversation at the same time. So I will give you a call back when I've finished, probably about an hour or so, if that's okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Rafe. Bye. Bye. They want to ask a few more questions. Isn't that typical? Well, we're live, everybody. Oh, my giddy aunt. Right, I'm going to put the blue on. For some reason, it's deleted. And I've no idea why, because we have sold lots of it already. But you're right, Margaret, it's just disappeared. So I'm adding it back on now. That's really odd. How peculiar. What code did I say? 028471. 028471. We've sold loads of them. So that's really odd. And all of a sudden it's gone. Right, they're back on now. Right, try it now. 028471. Why would it delete? I really don't know. Right, it's there. Oh. Why have you come off now? There we go. I haven't seen an order, Janice, come through for you, lovely. I know you said you were placing an order, but I've not seen an order come through for you, Janice. Right, so those are the colours, and the purple has just arrived. So the purple is on the website, okay? So there is a lovely purple too. These are the forget-me-nots. They are lovely. They're $2.99 a spray, and they are beautiful. They have been flying out this week. Really, really busy. I didn't bring the little new pink and blue gypsum. This, though, is a new Gypsophilia. And these, if you look at the tiny little heads. They are gorgeous. These are perfect for your card making again. Just divine. This is 036070. 036070. You get loads on here. Look at all of those. I feel a new mini flower bundle coming on for card makers as well. I'm going to take mini flower bundles to the NEC. So these are lovely. So these have just landed too. 036070. I think they're $2.99 again for those. So check those out on the website. The anemones, these are the gorgeous 263. 029263. Cluster of 3. I think they're $3.99 for this one, if I remember rightly. But really beautiful. You'd all been asking for yellow flowers, so I've done my best to get yellow in for you. We've then got, if you didn't see these the other day, Catmint. This is the yellow Catmint. That is 888195. We have got the new blue Catmint. Just divine. 888188. That's a good number. We've got the ivory back in stock. I think it's more white. I don't know if it's white or ivory, but it's 888218 for that Catmint. These are the gorgeous new ranunculus. Look at that. Out of this world. These ranunculus heads, they are, I think it's $2.99 for one stem though. 035783. Isn't that beautiful? Then we have got it in pink as well. So the pink ranunculus there is 035738. You get the one bud as well. We have got yellow hydrangeas, these big yellow hydrangeas. That one is 876475 for the big hydrangea. Lovely, beautiful. All of these were brand new this last week. Oh, don't take my finger with me. They are all there. These are back in stock, which are fantastic. The lavender, this is the most realistic lavender. I love this one. This is 012692, 012692. You can even smell the lavender. You can't really, but you would think you can. You could put some lavender drops on there, and that would make it smell divine as well. So really lovely. These have just come back in stock. Of course, loads of the wreaths with the clematis on have been selling out. I have another full wreath to make for a lady. This is 899979, and these are just beautiful. The clematis in the blue. This comes in beauty as well, and it comes in ivory. And there might be an odd purple left. I don't think we've many purple left, but you might just get an odd one. Yellow roses as well. They're gorgeous. Yellow roses. Isn't there a song about yellow roses? Is it? What is there? The yellow roses. It's yellow roses, not a song. I don't know. It strikes me that it should be if it's not. I can't find, or it's there. Yellow roses is 876390. 876390, which is beautiful. This divine bunch of, this is massive. This is more expensive, but you are getting so many dahlias on here. 013293. I think you could make 2 or 3 wreaths out of this by splitting this down. So you've got ivory, you've got the burnt orange tinge, you've got the yellow dahlias in there. So that's a real abundance. And then we're coming right back to this gorgeous 36360 or 36360. Okay, so that is just the brand new one, which is out of this world. Right, let's get into making this wreath today. Yellow Rose of Texas. Is that it, Denise? I have a thing in my mind, though, that there's another. Paper Roses by Marie Osmond. Yeah, was there not one? That's tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. What's that one then called? Tie a yellow ribbon around the... No, Yellow Roses I've got in my mind. I don't know. It's there somewhere in the depths of what is my brain. I actually don't know. Right, okay, back to this. If you've just joined us, we are making a beautiful wreath, a willow wreath, with these. Dolly Parton. Did Dolly Parton do Yellow Roses? I don't know. Right, this is the wreath, okay? You have got all of these. Did I hear you have Pooh Bear stamps, please? We have the classic Pooh Bear range on the website. Yes, we do. And there is a stamp. Well, no, it's not a stamp. It's a Better Press plate. I think it's Better Press, not stamps. The Better Press are better than stamps, but you do need a Better Press system. So there's Pooh Bear, and there's all the dies. There's the Pooh Bear dies, the classic Pooh range. You'll find it on the website. Right, so all of this is $26.99 with your willow wreath base. All of these to get this gorgeous wreath that we are going to make today. Okay, so let's pop this down. We're going to start off with the main bundle. I'm going to tag off my wreath base, and we are going to pull all of these components off. Everything about this is so beautiful, down to the leaves. The foliage is stunning, just stunning. Can't wait to see what the pink one's like as well. Just beautiful. Do I need to move the camera up, or can you all see everything pretty well? Hopefully you can see everything pretty well. Right, we're going to dissect. We're going to pull all these apart. So if I just move to the side there, you can see. So we're going to separate. Look at that, though. That is a work of art in itself, isn't it? That is just the most astonishing. I really want to get these in all the colours, but as quite a few of them are like vintage autumn colours, I'm kind of holding back, keeping some money in my bank. But look at that. Look at those. So we've got 4 beautiful big flower heads. This is stripping it down to basics, and we see what we've got out of it. which is always rather fabulous. You've got these, which are the elastro, so you've got the little elastros. In our foliage, we've got these clusters. Now, I'm going to separate these up because we'll use them separate. So we've got those, we've got these. Let's just break them down. There. So 4 big heads so far. These, all of our leaves. We've got more of those. We've got 3 little clusters of those. There. What more? A eucalyptus. And then we've got 2 lots of the hydrangeas. Then, oh, look at these. Look at how beautiful are they? Right, I'm going to do them into the little cluster sets. However, I'll probably separate them even more and get some singles out of those, because we can do a lot more, cover a lot more ground if we break them into singles. But you are getting a lot of foliage. You could, in all honesty, make a wreath just from this bunch of flowers. You could make a wreath easily just from the bunch of flowers. So just get your wreath base, or do a wrapped wreath base if you want to do it on a budget. And I will do some wrapped wreath bases this week. I'm going to do, we've got the mini ranunculus back in stock and the mini roses in the full sets at $7.99. So those, see, look at those leaves. Look how beautiful they are. They're just gorgeous. So we'll put all those leaves at the back. So we're getting loads, aren't we? Loads. This I'm going to break down. So this will be broke into the clusters. So we're going to snip into that like that. So we've got those clusters over here as well. There. So all of those to work with too. Fabulous. And these, I'm going to break into these as well. I'm not going to use those as a set, so we're going to cut that off, which gives us tons to work with. So I could have just taken this and a willow wreath and made a beautiful design, I'm sure, just because of how much. But obviously I like to take it to another level. But I'm sure you'll agree with tons there. Tons and tons. So let's move those back. All of my beautiful blooms back here. And the foliage. Now this, that one's fine. This one, sometimes you do get this occasionally, and I'm going to show you what to do, because they're made in moulds. They are made in moulds, and you know yourself, if you overfill a mould, you get kind of a little bit of an extra around the edge that you normally would go around with a craft knife and tidy up. So if you do get any like this, then you just go around with your scissors and trim them down. And I don't mind, it's just the way it is. You know, these flowers are done. If you can imagine having to put these in moulds ourselves and make them, we'd be there for a week of Sundays for one bush. So sometimes a little bit of extra work, and I don't mind because they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to trim these back, this little over spill. Doesn't look quite the same. Look, just that little bit of care and attention. We'll get it back. Can't see what my hands are doing. Right, I'm going to raise me. I'm going to raise. Because you see a lot more if I raise. I always raise it normally for wreaths. Better? There. You will see more now at that level. Right, so I'm just trimming this because, as I said, sometimes they're made in a mould, and you occasionally, don't often them, but you get one that's just got a little bit more, like when we do the moulds for the clay. See what I mean? It's just around the edge of there. It's not been tidied, this one, for some reason. So I'm just going to do it myself because I don't want to waste my leaf. I don't want to waste my beautiful little foliage, and these are so natural. They're a really good one. This is the kind of bunch of flowers that's just going to look divine in a vase in your house as well, isn't it? They've been selling already. They only came in, was it Friday? And people have been ordering these already, and I think when you see this wreath made up that you're going to rather like it. And the wreaths do sell, the kits do sell very well, because obviously you have to buy full bunches. So I break everything down, pack them for you, knock you a couple of pound off as well. So the kits do tend to sell well. I am thinking of taking some of the kits to the NEC. I'm not taking everything, but I'm going to see what I've got in stock that I can pack up into sets and take. And then everybody keeps saying to me, take finished wreaths to sell. But they're just so bulky. It is bulky. I don't mind selling the finished wreaths maybe on the last day. But I don't know about taking, I can't take a carload of them. And it's making them all up as well to take. I've got a ton of things to do. Oh, I still need to perhaps tidy up. You're not going to see, I don't think. Do you know what? I wonder whether if I just heat it, whether that'll just do. Yes, that's working. It's just shrinking it back a bit. Just on that stem. There you go. That's just getting that over excess bit. Perfect. Oh, I did it myself just by putting the heat gun onto it. Can't make your mind up whether to go to the NEC. Well, I'm going. I haven't been for years. I haven't been for years. But I have got lots of things that I have to clear from this house and sell. And my lovely neighbours have said they'll have Lily for me, which is a big relief because I know she's as happy as Larry with them. She gets to be with her boyfriend for 4 days. Lily with a boyfriend. He's had loads of surgeries, Charlie, so he's not been well. So she's not been able to see him. Right, look. Look at this abundance of loveliness. So I might split them a bit further. Let's just see, they're so big. They're so big and beautiful. Like this. We're going to go, I think, like that. So they're stepped at different angles and across a bit. So let's get some glue on there. Like so. Have you all started receiving your Gothic range? People saying about how expensive, but I know that is the issue. It is an issue. I know that's the main concern for people, and I have to agree. But it's expensive now wherever you go, isn't it? But it's just crazy. You'd think they'd do something about it. They must make a fortune. It must be one of those businesses, the NEC, that make an absolute fortune with regard to parking, and never used to be like that. Right, we've got our hydrangeas and our elastro here. So we're going to add these in too. Like so. And let's just see. Should have perhaps left these on a bit of a bigger stem. We're going to have these pinky ones in between. I think the pink will just lift it a bit. Although if you don't want to use the pink, you don't have to. When you get to this kit, you could perhaps decide to keep the pink for something else. But I just thought it might need a little bit of a lift. All your stuff up here. Stick, my friend. got lots of orders here to go to the post today, so if you've been waiting for a parcel, I went in yesterday and because Mary was off, finished off. I went later yesterday evening just to get them done in the car so they could go out this morning. Then there wasn't as much for Mary. Just did a couple of hours last night when I could. And twos, I've done twos. We don't want twos there actually because I've only got, I want to spread these across a bit. Where did that go from? Oh, my end. Let's go here. Around here. And we'll go up here. Lovely. Now we've got our little hydrangeas, these little clusters that we're going to add in. Beautiful. Oh, nice relaxing music this morning as well. Little bit of relaxation. Nice to have the mix of flowers too. Let's just have a little bit there on the inside. Yeah, I think the pink just lifts it that little bit, doesn't it, Janice? Just a little bit of a lift, because it's all very purple, which I like, but I just thought I think I need the tone, and it's kind of got the pinky tone anyway in the flowers. So you have got pinky tinges in there. And when because I was in the warehouse last night, I actually brought a few back because I thought I couldn't tell because it wasn't natural daylight and the lighting in there is terrible. I thought, do I need the pink or do I need more of a purple? So I brought a few back with me, and then this morning I could see which was the right colour mix for it, and I think it needed the pink. It needed the pink. Let's just have use that up there a bit. Lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Not too bad. I didn't sleep well again last night. I think it's just I've a lot on my mind. I woke up doing an order at 4 AM this morning. I lay in bed placing an order for boxes and bags. Boxes and not bags. Oh, that's a thought though. I wonder if I still got bags down at the storage unit for NEC. I need to go and look. But I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it. Although most people come with bags, they come armed with bags to the NEC. They've got Ziploc polythene bags, but not shopping bags. I used to have lots of clear shopping bags. I don't really know. I'll have to go down to the storage unit one time and have a look. Not been for ages. It's full of stuff in it that I never get a chance to go and look at, which is silly. Just things sat there. I need to get rid of lots of things. Alright. And do love this one. This is beautiful. I'll just hold it there for a second. This is this bush, which is one of my absolute favourites. This has just come back in stock as well, this colour. It's 000460. 460. It's the baby jit. But it's just so pretty, again for your cards and everything as well. It's just one of those beautiful ones. And I think all these little flowers make the difference, you know, when you're making wreaths, to have some of these little ones that you can add in that kind of fill out your designs, just give you a much more professional finish. That hadn't stuck really well. That hadn't stuck, would you? Let's get you against the wreath. I'm just in love with those flowers. I think they are just the best thing since sliced bread. Let's get you just prompted there. Oh, no drooping. No drooping. What was that? And there. Oh. Oh, I haven't heard anything back from the glue gun people, can you believe it? But I have found a supplier for glue sticks. So I am getting a test batch coming in, and we should have some glue sticks, because I know lots of you waiting for the glue sticks. They just can't be bothered, obviously, to even reply to me. You'd think after years of promoting their glue gun for them in the craft industry. But they haven't even been bothered to reply, which is very nice, isn't it? Obviously, they don't need the business. I think the world's going a bit mad at the minute. Where's that come off? I've got a stray head here. I can't find where it's come off. How strange. Yeah, so I've got glue sticks coming in to trial. And I will let you know, and they will be a bit cheaper as well, which is always good, because I found a glue stick manufacturer. So hopefully that will be a bonus. Rude, I know. Rude, exactly. Very rude. Just put it on there. You've got one more little cluster of these. And where might you go? I think here. You said to me before that I wasn't ordering enough. They're a manufacturer and they send them out in, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, I guess. And I only wanted 200 packs, and that's not enough for them. So that's fine. I'll get them from somewhere else. Right, now then, we've got other flowers in. We've got the baby's breath to load, but so far, so good. We've got to add the foliage in now. You can see how beautiful that is, though. I do think that little pink, bit of pink has lifted it, the warmness of the pink, don't you? I know. Carol, I've sold so many of the glue guns, and I'm sure not everybody bought them from me. I'm sure some people bought them direct from them or from other suppliers, but they've watched my demos because I've used them on TV for how long? I just think it's very rude. But anyway, right, I'm going to come in at different angles with these because I've only got 3 of those and I think they are beautiful. So you can see why it was worth just going around that one and trimming it and then just heating it, because they're a very subtle colour as well. No, they haven't even replied, Karen. I rang them and said, you know, last year when I tried to order, she said, oh, we can't supply you anymore. You need to go to one of our distributors. And I said, why? I said, I've been buying from you for years. And she said, because you're not placing big enough orders. And I was like, seriously? Yeah, I've promoted all your products on Shopping TV for the last, I don't know how long, and stocked them. And she said, well, I'm sorry. She said, this is our supplier, this is our distributor. So I rang them and I would have been making about £2. And when I often do offers on here and discounts, I would have ended up losing money. So I said, well, there's no point me stocking them then. So I went back to them and I said, at least let me do one order because I've got customer orders. So she said, okay, you can do one more order. So I did one more order and ordered loads of stock. And we're nearly at the bottom of that stock. And then they kept ringing me. Somebody kept contacting me and saying, please can you provide your business information? I said, why do you want my business information when you've told me I can't buy from you anymore? And this man said, who's told you you can't buy from us anymore? So I told him who said it, and he said, right, leave it with me. He said, I don't see why you can't buy from us. Anyway, I thought, right, well, I'll try it again then. I'll contact them and I'll see what they say. So I did, and they said, leave it with us. What do you want to order? So I told her what I wanted to order. Leave it with us. We'll come back to you. And nobody's come back to me. So probably the answer is no, they don't want to supply me. But I just think it's rude that nobody's even bothered to come back. How very rude. So I've gone on a mission to find glue gun. I found a glue gun that looks the same, but it is more expensive. And I found the glue sticks, which will be cheaper. So I've ordered a box to test to see. I've ordered this. There's enough to sell as well though. See, you only get 2 of them, so I have to be strategic where I'm going to place them. Well, one there and one there. I didn't order the glue gun because I thought it's a tad expensive. I don't even know if I really needed to add in the ferns. Let's see. Let us see. There might be enough. Because the ferns are a slightly different shade and colour, but we do love those ferns. The ferns are always popular. But let's just see. Get an idea of balance. Sorry, I know you can't see the same, but I can just get a view of where these need to go. And I have to say it's looking rather stunning, if I say so myself. Onto here. A view up there. Do we like it? Are we liking the overall look? I'm liking it. I think it's very pretty. Come down here, we'll have a few spiky bits coming out. Onto here. No, I don't think so, Wendy. I don't think they're bothered about Create and Craft. They didn't really do any business with them for a while anyway. I just was like, they just don't have the courtesy to reply. Obviously, they must make a lot of money that they're just not interested in an order. I mean, the last order I placed with them was £1,000. So that obviously they must be dealing with tens of thousands, and 1,000 must not be of any value to them, I guess. I don't know. We definitely need that little pop of pink. Yes, I think so too. I think it just lifted it a little bit, and I think I'm going to have this other one up here at the top because I've got that one on that side, and we can have this over here just poked in there. Here, Rose, they don't want to supply me anymore because I don't order enough of them. And we've run out of glue sticks and everybody wants glue sticks. So I have found a new supplier of loose glue sticks. So I've got them on the way to test them because the glue gun's amazing. But they wanted me to buy it from somebody else and I would have paid more for it and not be making any money on selling them on. So, and there's no point me investing money in stock if I'm not going to get some return back on it. So I have, I've still got a few glue guns in stock, but I've no glue sticks in stock now. So I've got another batch coming. I don't know if it'll arrive this week or next week, but I will test them and make sure they're okay. And then have them for sale. And they work out a bit cheaper as well, so we all like that. We all like it, it's a bit cheaper. Because they were expensive from them, but they were really good quality. I know, but if they don't want to supply me jellies, I can't make them. I just think they're silly, very short-sighted. At least they could have come back. But I suppose they just think, why waste your time if we don't want her as a customer? We won't bother to even reply to her. Let's hope the business never goes down, because if the business goes down, then they'll need all the customers they can get. Then they'll be ringing round, won't they, saying, would you like to order? Then it'll be a different story. Well, especially when I think I've been a good customer for years, but I don't know. Everybody's got their own agenda, I guess. They've got their own agenda. And business is hard for everybody, but I would think you don't turn away business. But then who am I to know? So I like to get these and just kind of twist them a bit. So I've got a spiky bit like that. And then we can lift and pop them in just to fill out areas and make it fuller and beautiful. Again, this morning a few companies selling the finished wreaths at £80 each. And I think, gosh, I wish I could sell mine at £80 each. I wish I could find customers. I guess there are, but it's a lot of money. If you know them, direct them to me. I think, should I set up like an exclusive wreath making page? I guess if they were in London, they'd be paying that easily. Good thing is, you can test the new glue sticks yourself before they go over. Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they will be. Could even be the same manufacturer, you never know, and they parcel them up because they're a UK manufacturer, so I won't be surprised if they don't buy them from this company. Anyway. So that would be a bonus if I found the manufacturer. Then I just have to find a glue gun supplier. Don't I? A good glue gun. they have, it looks pretty much like the same glue gun as this, but it was expensive. So, don't know. You don't make a lot of profit anyway on the glue gun. Well, you don't make a lot on them anyway. The main thing is that you've got to have a good glue gun and glue sticks to be able to make the wreaths. And so many people, I think, have started wreath making through watching my lives that I need to be offering the full. No, Karen, we've just gone through all that. You just missed the conversation. They just rang me live for more information. So the landlord wants some more information from me. I'm not quite sure, but what they want to know. But I'll ring them back after this live and tell them whatever they want to know. Probably about the business, because I've said I want to run the business from there. I would think. Look at all my strings. It looks like I've got a spider living here. A little spitty spider. There, I think it looks quite nice actually without. We've got the eucalyptus. I don't think I need to put the other ferns in, because the other ferns are actually a slightly different colour. So I'm going to see if we don't need the other fern. If we don't need the other fern, then you can use that on something else. Because I've already put it in the price, but oh, come here. I do like these little jip. You see, they're just like little cups, but they add a lot of extra detail to your wreath, and I think it just fills it out really pretty. So I think the colour of this is divine. I know that you all been loving purples anyway. Everybody seems to love the purple tones. And these flowers are out of this world. They are out of this world. I've got, I'm going to do, I think I still got some baskets left. So I thought I might do a spring basket of flowers this week as well. I thought that might be rather nice. Right, now we've got all of these gorgeous leaves. Look at these of them. So we're going to start working some of these, which are going to fill it out. So if you look at it now, see how pretty that is, but it does need a bit of greenery, which is going to bring it to life and make the whole wreath fuller. So I'm going to leave some in these little clusters because we've got so many of these. I would often break into them and use the leaves individually. But let's just see, by dressing a little bit like this and kind of popping them into the willow. Let's have a little look first of all, and we'll go around the outer edge and do that first. And see what we end up with. So we're going to do a bit of lifting and tucking under. Just hold it for it to grab. So just pushing it up against the willow itself. Now, the only thing is I do like to have some separate leaves so that, and let me show you for what. Can you see here where I've pushed this little twirly bit? And you can see the end of the stick. So I like to put a separate leaf over that, then you don't see any kind of the finishing bits and the odd bits that stick out. So I like to use some individual leaves just to cover up little things like that. So we will use some of these individually, but we're going to go in first of all and just add some of these onto here. So just push them in, working our way around. you to stick up a bit. Well, it's lovely and sunny here, folks. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's definitely nice and sunny here this morning. It's a beautiful day. A very lovely day. I always like it if the sun's shining. Puts you in a better mood, doesn't it? Makes you feel like things are all right in the world. When things can be challenging, if you've got sunshine, you think, hey, everything's okay, it's going to be okay. You can see light at the end of the tunnel if there's light shining on you. Things feel a bit lighter. It's sunny where you are, Tracy. It's sunny. Right, so let's have a twofer up here, look, on there, lovely. So I'll just open that up there, put a tad of glue in, and then we can pop that in to the glue. Lovely. Right, let's go around these. Overcast in Aberdeen. Well, you never get the best weather in Scotland, do you really? You never get the best weather in Scotland. It's always been cold when I've been in Scotland. I'll be honest with you, I've never been to Scotland in sunshine. I've never had sunshine in Scotland. Right, let's just move this. I want to, oh, no. Tuck in here if I can. A little bit in there. We've got a bit of foliage coming up here. I want you twisting around the right way, Mr. Leaf. Thank you. Thank you. Spring in the air. Yeah. That's what it needs to be. We need to feel like there's a promise of good weather. Just a promise of better things and better times to come. We do. Alright, I want you over there. I just need to keep you upright a little bit because I don't want you drooping. We don't want drooping leaves. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit of glue at the back of that leaf, then it stays there. Just onto there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There, it's nice, you see, if we've got some foliage on the inside. Beautiful in Nottingham, washing's blowing on the line. Cold and windy in Whitehaven. I'm still reading my book on Whitehaven witches. Yeah, it's all based in Whitehaven. It talks about different churches and things. I don't know if it's all made up, but it's all based in Whitehaven. Look at that. Looking, I would say to Lily, looking beautiful. And there. And we've still got leaves left. Woohoo! Definitely don't need them ferns. Definitely don't need the ferns. Lovely. Thank you, Wendy. I think it's looking rather beautiful myself. I do like it. I like it a lot. Right, let's see if we need to rescue any bits with individual leaves. I'm going to have a look in just a second. I can see that little one there, so we'll snip into some of these. Then we can cover that little bit that I saw before. Just there. Sunny in Cornwall. How very lovely. The sun's on the fields here. The sun's shining. I'm going to have a little leaf here under these, just to bring a bit of the greenery higher up as well. I'm going to take the smaller ones off here so we can add a bit more. Around here. Then we're creating the layers, as you can see. And just there. Maybe another little one over that side. There. And let's go around now and fill in with what we've got left. Just building this design out a little bit more and finishing that off. I'm just going to check on the inner side if there's any gluey bits I need to cover. You don't think so? I've got a big leaf just there on that one. You're getting the made ones, Janice. Thank you. Let's just have you there. I have a bit of green visible from the inside. I'm going to check around this little bit here. Lovely. Well, I've been trying this morning. I was laid in bed at 4 AM this morning, wide awake, trying to find proper wreath boxes, because we're having to package in bigger boxes, and I'd really like you to be receiving the finished wreaths in a nice wreath box that you can store them in if you want to. But they're all £2 a box. It's like, that's crazy. £2 for the box, for the cardboard box. That means I have to put like £2 on the price of the wreaths. Just for the box. Don't you think that's daft? But they're just all so expensive. I found one company that recycles boxes, and they're only £1 from. I don't know what kind of. I recycle wherever I can. If you get a box from me and it might have been pre-used, so I do recycle boxes. So this is a company dedicated to the recycling of boxes. So they get old boxes that have been used already and resell them. So, and they do have some that look like they're going to be the right size. I would have gone just slightly bigger on them, but I think that they might fit. But you have to pay for a pallet being delivered, which is another £40 plus VAT. So there's no point. I was just going to order 50 and see. So I need to order 150 because you have to pay for the pallet £50. For the pallet being delivered, it's about £45 just for the delivery. So it's like, and it's the same if I get 150 boxes or 150 boxes. So I thought, well, really then I need to order the 150 boxes. That'll keep me going maybe for a few months. But then what if I get them and they're the wrong size? What if they don't fit in? Because I really think I should get them and test them first. Then I'll end up with 150 boxes that don't fit. But then what's the point in paying £45 shipping for 50 when it would only be £45 shipping for 150? Don't make it easy, do they? I was like, annoyed. Yeah, exactly. I always recycle, so I know some people might not like it. I had one lady rang me one day and she said, you've used a box that has been used before. I was like, yes, we do recycle where we can recycle. After all, it's going to go in the bin. So I just think that we should, as long as it gets to you safely. There's only one lady that's ever complained though, thankfully. No, I don't think they do, Patricia. I don't think they offer a sample service. I'll ring them, I think. There is a phone number to ring. But I just thought 150 is a lot. I got them all in my basket and then I thought I was going to press the button and I thought, well, should I not wait and see? But beside that, I've just ordered them all from our normal supplier, which are the big ones that we have to fold down. So I've just done that order. I did that first and then I found these. If I hadn't have done that other order first, then I probably would have done it and missed it, but I've already done the other order from our normal supplier. But we always have to cut them down. Yeah, Karen, people do. They don't like it. They want a nice, clean, pristine, new box. Some people she made a right derogative comment about it being in a used box. And it's like, well, we do recycle. You know, we're being told over and over again about recycling. And better for our world if we can all recycle a bit. Less trees to cut down. And around here. I saw our Julie just joined us. I saw Julie had made her first wreath. Posted it in the group. Did very well, Julie. Julie's a mixed media artist and she's been buying lots of finished wreaths and she's finally had a go at making her own wreath. I think you did very well, Julie. If you're not already a member of Floral Wreaths and More, that is another crafting group that I have, which is focused on wreath making. I have seen a few people have been sharing card making lives in there, which they need removing really, because it is just for fans of the wreath makers. I think I made a mistake and put a couple in there as well, which shouldn't be in there because it is not a card making group. It's just a flower arranging and wreath making group, that one. But if you've not already seen it, do pop over and have a little look. It's going in there. Like so. I've just got a couple more left. I paced that right. 3 of those. And I don't think we need to put the fern on. I don't think we do. I think it's ample myself. I think it's very good. Got one more here that I can use, or maybe I'll pop it in one of these to come upwards. I want to go and see the new flowers now. I'm like, oh. Beautiful new blooms. You posted your 2 wreaths in the group. I think I commented on them. Carol, or I gave you a love heart, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. Recycle is really important, but some people don't like it. So if the boxes are in decent condition, we take any labels, shipping labels off, and we reuse them. But obviously if you're buying a nice new finished wreath as a gift or something, I would like it to go in a proper wreath box. But the £2 a box, which just seems ridiculous. That seems over the top. Yeah, you did very well, Julie. I saw it. It was very nice. Guess you didn't like getting on with the glue gun though. I saw that comment. Have you got the book though? Are you going to make another? You're going to have a go at another one? I find it addictive. I do love the wreath making. I guess I've been making cards for 30 years. So maybe when I've been making wreaths for 30 years, I might fancy a change. But yeah, I do like the wreaths. I find it just so relaxing. Whereas the cards, you know, you've got to put a lot more thought in it. This, you just get a selection of flowers and you build and you just go with it. Whereas you need lots of other things. What about cake boxes for wreaths? Don't know. Would the cake boxes not be a bit flimsy though for shipping? Because they need shipping out, they need posting out. Whereas cake boxes you normally collect from a shop, don't you? I think cake boxes are thinner. I'm just having a drink. I've got some of these protein drinks. I'm trying to get myself feeling a bit better. It's the protein smoothie. It doesn't taste as nice as a normal one, but it's meant to be full of goodness. My top's off. We'll see if I'm bouncing off the walls later. Highly unlikely I'll ever bounce off a wall. But, right, I'm done. What do you think? What do you think? I think that's come out rather lovely. Now, you've still got, I have given you this, but I honestly don't think it needs it. Because, let me show you. Look. Do you think we should bring in a bit more? I think it's adequate as it is. Yes, you've got these if you want to go to town, but we've got quite a bit of foliage in it. So we could add these in and the berries. You've got these berries, so we can add into it. But I actually think it's rather lovely on its own without this. You are getting the fern in the offer, and I'm sure you can use the fern on something else, but I don't think it's necessary. So you could build, it will build it out a lot more if you want to put the fern in. I'm making another, tried the swag, didn't look great. I stick with wreaths, so I'll stick with wreaths for now. I have promised you I will do some swags. I have got loads, because I got loads of stuff in for swags, obviously, and then they don't get done. But I will do a swag. I'll bring stuff home and do a swag. And I think it's nice to kind of have a wreath and a swag. I want to do like the mantelpiece. I feel like though, I've lost my heart in this house now. Now that I know that I'm not staying here, I kind of feel like I'm homeless. I'm finding it hard. And I'm obviously trying to make up stuff for NEC and pack up stuff. And my heart isn't into the house the same now because I know I'm not staying here. I'm kind of trying to detach from the house because I've been so happy here. It's hard to know that I have to leave it. I just wish I knew somebody very rich that could buy the house so that I could continue to rent from them and stay here. Do you think it's very gothic looking? Is it because it's that kind of vintage look to it? It's stunning. I want mine. Janice, you want one of these now, do you? You want one of this one? Right, let me put the camera back up so you can see. There you go. I put that pink in. It is kind of a dusky pink and it picks up the pink tones from the centre of the flowers. Can you see you've got more of a pinky tone in the centre of these flowers? So I kind of picked up those pink tones with that. I don't think it needs the ferns. I think we've got enough foliage on that actual flower itself. If you want, you've got the ferns you can add in, which will make it even fuller. $26.99 is your kit. This is the slightly smaller willow base. This is the 14-inch willow base. The other ones that I use are 15-inch, 14 to 15. This is just a little bit smaller, but it still looks fabulous. And you've got those beautiful big peonies. So we do have those. This was the original bush here. So you can buy the bush on its own, should you wish. You might want to have this hung on your door and the bush in a vase, maybe, would look rather nice. So the bush is 036360, £8.99 for your bush. But then in this deal, obviously, you've got the pink spiky mums, you have got all the extra foliage that you need, the willow base. It comes to £26.99. Now, if you want the made up one, I've also put that on for £10 extra for me making them up. So £10 extra, so you pay £36.99 if you want the finished one, which is made by moi. I think that's come out beautiful. I do love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm really pleased with it. I hope you all like it too. You can see those flowers are out of this world. So there's some pink ones arrived from the same collection. There's actually some different colours. I haven't got them all in stock yet though. I'm just getting one at a time. But the pinky ones of the next one, they'll be like a vintage pink. There is a brown, there's like a burnt orange with brown. I think there's a cream and brown. There's different ones that I will get in them as we work our way through. But they're kind of more autumnal colours, the other ones especially. But I think they're stunning, aren't they? Aren't they just stunning? Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Karen and Julie. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed that. I am going to love you and leave you because I have got things to do. But I hope you've enjoyed that this morning. I've enjoyed making that. I think that is beautiful. I will photograph it and post the links up again. I will just put the links up on to here. Where has it gone? Obviously, I'll post the finished photograph because it's just the kit that's up there for now. Just the kit that's up there. And if you missed it at the beginning, these are the other wreaths that I've now added on for sale. So this one, there's this one with the lilacs, and I think this is £35.99, I think. These are £39.99. This one, quite a few people asked about this one. These are all one-offs though. These will not be repeated, they're just one-offs. And then you've got the Pink Delight. Those are still all available for sale. So really beautiful. If you go into the finished wreath section on the website, you will see all of those there. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got to go and do a run to Hermes and drop all the parcels off so they can wing their way to you. Whew. And then get loads more things done. It's Thursday tomorrow, so I'll see you back here in the morning. Thursday evening, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. No idea what I'm doing tomorrow, but I will be seeing you tomorrow evening as well. Morning and evening. Might do one from the warehouse, we'll see. Right, I will see you all later. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.